families, communities, and citizens across our country are currently dealing with the worst drug crisis in American history, and even, if you really think about it, world history. This is all throughout the world. The fact is, this is a worldwide problem. This crisis of drug use, addiction, and overdose deaths, in many years, it's just been so long in the making.
This is a subject our next guest has talked about directly with the president. Bruce LeVell is the executive director of the National Diversity Coalition for Trump, and he advised the president during the campaign. Bruce, thanks for joining us, first of all. This is the president's plan. It really doesn't call for more money to be appropriated to fight the opioid crisis, and it's something that he's been criticized for by health experts and even members of his own party. How effective would you say that this redirection of resources is really going to be when it comes to Trump's plan?
Well, thanks for having me. I think it's going to be very effective, Tatiana. And I noticed you said the stats from 2015 were actually over 52,000 deaths of 2016 and climbing. So it is a really bona fide national world epidemic. You know, the resources at HHS and all the other agencies, there are a tremendous amount of resources out there. We are still in the infant stage, but the good thing about the president is realizing that, you know, there are a lot of people who are addicted to certain forms of, you know, these opiates. Not just opiates, but everyone, you know, has someone in their family. Well, most people in their family have someone, whether it's alcohol, cocaine, or something. The word addiction is now on the table, which is very refreshing to address this with, you know, a great light down the tunnel of seeing that we'll have an alternative solution versus incarceration, which we could go more into treatment versus incarceration. So I'm very optimistic. Like you said, he had a brother, Fred, who succumbed to alcohol. The president doesn't drink or smoke and is very much against it, but not in a judgmental spirit, but a proactive spirit to see how he can use his administration and get America on board to buy into this great travesty called opiate addiction.
Would you say, Bruce, that this is sort of part of a larger plan from the president when it comes to stemming the flow of drugs from other countries or justice reform, even here in the United States? What else can you tell us that we can expect from the president on this?
Well, I do know, for example, we all know that drugs are smuggled in. We don't grow opium in the United States. But I will tell you, the border crossings have been decreased as much as 70% since President Trump came in office in January. The second thing is he's implemented tens of thousands of new ICE officers and immigration officers and drug enforcement officers across the country to combat this, and to actually make, you know, really good connectivity with some of our neighboring allies to get on board with us to try to combat this terrible situation that we have with drug smuggling. So the president is very aggressive on the illegal activities that are coming across the border. We have found, for example, 3 months ago, there were hundreds of millions of dollars of fraud that we uncovered with doctors who were illegally prescribing these, you know, drugs to some of their patients, which was illegal. So we found millions and millions of dollars and prosecuted many doctors who were doing it illegally. So it's ball's rolling. So we're very optimistic about it.
And Bruce, I want to switch topics now. Two GOP senators sort of sounded the alarm earlier this week about the president's fitness for office. How much is this a signal that there is a war brewing within the Republican Party?
Well, you know, I hate to use the word war, but unfortunately it's a major disagreement, should I say. And one of the reasons is because President Trump, if you remember from 2015 all the way until his oath of office, promised to combat special interests and lobbyists who have interest to our Congress and our Senate, which is very dangerous and detrimental to the American people. You want a congressperson in office or a Senate person in office who will vote for the best interest of the people in their districts and to defend the Constitution, not be holding to the special interests and lobbyists. So these folks that are disgruntled, they were birthed under the special interest pay-to-play process is how they got their offices. And this president has declared war on things that are inappropriate that relates to people buying our congressmen and our senators. And it's very uncomfortable right now. And it should be, because it's, like I said, it's very detrimental.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, it's detrimental to any democracy and any nation to have your elected officials who are beholding. So this is where this is getting the tensions coming from.
A lot of attention, certainly. Bruce LeVell, thank you so much for that.